Hi, Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. There, we are live actually now, and here we go. We're going to read for you because yesterday, strangely enough, I was so excited about this moon in Scorpio and reading on the day, and we had warbling, garbled audio. So let's get to your reading, and you do have a love reading already. And that video would be all 12 signs, but the rest is garbled, and so we're going to redo that one. And thanks for letting me know. You guys are the best. All right, so let's not dilly-dally here. Okay, you guys are saying we're good to go. And here we go. The card to come up for our Aquarians is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords coming up. Flippy floppy, but then again, let's talk about this card. Now, if you're interested in learning how to read the tarot, please go to the site and check it out. There are a few intro videos posted there, and we're going to have a class, and so I'll be posting that as well, so you can join. I need 12 students. Once I get 12, we're off to the races, and I may even go with less if so we have 10, we'll do that. But it's going to be $200 to do the major arcana. You can get a taste of it. Right now, there's some videos. The videos which are uploaded are free. And we'll be starting the paid class with the High Priestess. So she would be the third card of the major arcana. We'll finish up the major arcana, and you'll also get some one-on-one with me. We'll do 2 Google Hangouts a month so that you guys can really wrap your head around reading these cards. And if you decide that you need more, we can talk about that as well. More assistance, if you'd like to do it more often, we can talk about that. Also going to do a Facebook group, and that will be only for the students. So we'll be doing some pop-up Facebook events. So anyway, please go to the website and check it out. So first card, again, let's go back to Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is all about victory. And sometimes I like to think of this card as the I am right card. And I want to tell you that I've got this idea. Again, it can mean there's an idea coming in, a new idea. So you want to be heard. You want your idea, your thought process to be out there, and you're sort of cutting through for the first time. What I'm hearing from your guides is some BS, even some stuff like it. I'm feeling and hearing from them that there's just a whole lot of ridiculousness almost. That you feel that you need to just cut through. So that energy is about you in May. For some of you, that's going to really resonate. There's some reason, rationality that needs to be applied to a situation that's out of control. And you're trying to come up with a solution in terms of how to not only win a debate, but get someone to see your point, so to speak, because once they do, you feel as if all this will just sort of dissipate this issue, and it'll go away. Now, I do see some of you picking up the pen. The almighty pen, I'm hearing, is mightier than the sword. So there's going to be some writing, something that you have to do to win in a situation. You're going to need to write a letter or state your case or send an email or enlist others into this sort of self-righteous. There's this, and not in a bad way, but there's this sense of what's right is right. And there's, you're a bit indignant even about what's going on, and willing to fall on a sword, so to speak, for this cause. So interesting, in May, it seems as if you're getting in there and you're having a sword fight, even almost, with a situation. It could be political even. You're taking a stand, and some of you may feel as if you have to subvert your politics to be in a given situation. I'm hearing that too from your guides. So you are a very politically minded, perhaps, Aquarian, and you find yourself having to keep that under wraps. And because you do have some very defined ideas of how things should be working. Someone maybe has asked you to do so. Boy, that's not easy for our Aquarians. So up comes the Four of Wands. So you might have some home remodeling, looking for a new place to live. Even I'm hearing looking for new rugs for the home, new carpeting. This is a very foundational card. This is about creating the right stage, the right set. The challenge is creating that set. So how will you in May and June roll out the red carpet? For some of you, you may be entertaining. You may be opening your doors and windows and feeling the breeze come in and putting out fresh flowers, and your animals are about. It's kind of a really nice welcome. It's a welcoming type of card, and you're opening yourself to someone or something, or you're challenged to open home up. But this, I'm seeing white curtains and breeze and lovely plants and beautiful food. And so this is something that will be, for some of you, taking a center stage. The challenge is there as well. So it could mean that you're having a hard time getting other people to see why your idea is best in terms of how to welcome, how to set up a home, where the entryway is, how people walk in, how do they use the home and the space, what's functional, what's not functional, that kind of thing. King as well, there you go. Aquarius. You know, could be Aquarius, could be you, could be Gemini, could be Libra. The King of Swords isn't one to get overly emotional about where they live, how they flow through a space, but they would be interested in, if you're creating a building or you're trying to figure out how to relocate an office, or your concern is about real estate that you've sold and maybe the contract wasn't written up properly. Some of you will relate to this. There's going to be an issue here that will be pointed out to you, and you're going to have to adjust so that everything, even within government, the state, your ability to move forward, as in permitting, you've accomplished these things. There could be a bit of delay. So this is not a warm and fuzzy type of guy, especially in the inverse, but he's a good guy to have on your side. You can bring him over to your side. So if you can convince him through logic that it makes sense to do this restructuring, or to find a new space, a new place, to compete even, to travel. Again, this could be a card of travel. So you're convincing someone and trying to cut through, and I keep hearing this, you're trying to cut through some, what you see is a big garbage heap. So to get them to come to your way of thinking. And it is all about thinking. Now, the last card to come up for you is the Tower, and it's reversed. And so again, better in the reverse, but as you can see, the Tower is about something being disassembled overnight. So it can even to being a metaphor for the ego. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a structure, brick and mortar. It can mean even a web has crashed. It can point to the fact that there's been a storm and that you're cleaning up after that storm, be that a digital storm or an actual weather storm. But that is something to look for. So lock down all of your devices and make sure that you've got everything in the cloud is what I'm hearing, or you've got it backed up, because swords can point to the written word, anything communicated, including the digital word. So Aquarius, I would definitely, if I'm going on vacation, or if you were thinking of going on vacation, don't forget to secure your digital devices, laptop, computer, everything. Other thing that guides want you to know is that whatever this is, it's already occurred. And so the cleanup is happening. Now, this can mean that your devices have been showing some, how sometimes our computers and laptops aren't working so well, and we kind of deal with it. And we're like, don't let any of that kind of stuff by, because it can mean that you're going to lose data. So if you have been cleaning up after someone, or you feel as if something is so shaky, a situation in your life is so shaky that it could go timber at any minute, the guides are just saying, get yourself strapped in, because this is forewarning you that you could be experiencing the results of that shaking, and the tower could come down. And so getting these people to come to your way of thinking could topple a bigger situation. So use your powers of discernment when you do approach this King of Swords. And timing would be best. Now, again, if you're thinking of going to court, or if you want to divorce, or if there's a lawsuit that you're thinking of starting, this is not the month. I would wait. I would wait, because it looks as if you would be putting too much pressure on the situation, and the guides are saying that to stay where you are seems to be the challenge. To stay in the nest, for some of you, seems to be the challenge, but nothing's going to change in the next month or two. Now I'm going to do a little love reading here and follow up on this. So what do we have? We have the Ten of Pentacles. It's a card of leaving your legacy. And so some of you may actually divorce, be in the few of you, we got a lot of Aquarians out there. You're in the middle of a divorce. You're in the middle of thinking about a divorce, or you've been thinking about a divorce for a very, very long time. That you'll lose family money. You're concerned that you won't be able to, you won't have the retirement that you have wanted, or you've worked to have, and all those things are true. So let's listen to what the guides have to say about that. And so this is really about not pushing it. That's what I'm hearing. And not pushing a situation, because this is not the time. If you're thinking of divorcing, this is not the time. And the best thing to do at this point in time is to refine your thinking. And this may not seem like much of a love reading, but it truly is Spirit talking to some of our Aquarians about leaving legacy. And what will you leave behind? How do you put those in the household? today, tomorrow. And so that's front and center. Now, this card often speaks to inheritance, and there may be concern with inheritance. There may be concern with passing down inheritance. And also, for some of you, you may find that being married to an older man hasn't worked out exactly, or an older woman hasn't worked out exactly the way you thought it would, that the money that you had hoped would come your way isn't coming your way because this prenup is signed or something, or there's anyway, you're not as covered. So insurance, life insurance, those types of things I'm hearing, you want to check in and you want to like get all your ducks in a row to make sure that that is in place. Now we've got the 8 of Swords, and again, you're getting away, I'm hearing, from some of this self-incrimination, and you're not believing what others have to say about you. And again, boy, this doesn't sound like much of a love reading, so we're waiting for those messages, but you're not believing what they're saying about you any longer. And maybe you've had an experience with someone, and this is a reading specifically for our Aquarians who are in relationship. Someone has given you a high compliment. Someone has made you feel good about yourself. Maybe you have a new haircut. Something's going on with you, a facelift even. You are feeling like these are lies that have been told to you. This may be partially why you want to leave and get out of the situation, but what's holding you back is you know, you're used to having this nest, and so that's going to keep you from walking out the door, but you've already pretty much walked out the door. And so again, status, we're back to social status. You know, how do I stay in my home? How do I keep you know, how do I keep all the furniture? How do I dress? How do I shop? How do I have my hair done? All of those things. And boy, it's a very specific reading. Now I want to back up and let's talk about a little bit about our people out there, our Aquarians who are looking for love, younger Aquarians who are wondering if they will ever find love. Well, you know, your guides want you to know that it's okay to want to be comfortable and to want to be a part of a bigger whole. And that's okay. And so these seem to be the types of people that you gravitate toward. And it seems as if in the past, because you have gravitated toward these types of people, you've maybe not had the self-esteem that you would have had had you just for love, only love, romance, that type of thing. But that your guides are saying that you are walking out of that mindset, and that you're ready to approach the relationship or relationships from a different angle, so to speak. So you're free, more or less, to pursue new types of more exciting, different relationships. And it may cost you a little bit in the short term. They're saying that as well. You may not be able to go out and go to functions that are sort of, you know, highfalutin, so to speak, and you like that kind of thing. But this is sort of how you open the cage. Like, you allow more experiences to come in, and you don't self-define quite as much right up front. And so again, I'm drawing one last card. 10 of Cups, good card. This card says you're going to find your bliss, that happy home. And again, if you are young or old, it doesn't really matter, because what the guides are saying is that once you let yourself out of the mental cage, you're going to be free of some of these self-imposed ideas of what it means to have enough. And having enough materially seems, and your idea of what that means seems to bring you joy, readjusting that, because not having as much materially will help quite a lot. And the stress of trying to keep up with the Joneses is getting in the way of true joy and happiness and what really matters. So there you go, Aquarius. There's your reading. And I really appreciate you hanging in there. I hadn't meant to do another love reading. We have 2 love readings now. So that's pretty cool. And if you would like a private and personal reading, go to myvirtualtarot.com, click on choose your reading. There's a link below, and choose your reading. And then I will see that you have purchased a reading. I will contact you, and you and I will begin to talk about your questions. I always do what I call a bonus or a wisdom reading, where I allow your guides, or I ask and invite your guides to come and give us sort of a foundational reading for your questions, to frame them in a bigger, broader, higher spiritual sense. And this seems to be very helpful, this reading, to the Aquarians, or the people I've read for, viewers I've read for. So anyway, it's really beautiful. You get a lot of spiritual advice, and then you will have each of your questions answered. And I have to say, I've been told that these readings are extremely accurate, and never had any complaints. That's for sure. Everybody's like so happy. And I have to say, it comes from your guides. This is not me. This is completely channeled. And it's quite beautiful. So when you get a chance, I would encourage you to order a reading. Also, I will be doing these classes, so check the website, and I'll see you in June. Thanks for hanging in there with me during this garbled month of audio, and big blessings to you. Namaste.